y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement as I'm about to watch for the first time. We are Outlander Season 4, Episode 7, I believe it is. And it's been a few days since I've been to North Carolina with the Frasers. So I'm trying to remember what has happened. John Gray came to visit. And it was an event to remember. So he had the measles. So Jamie took William, who he hadn't seen in 6 years, out into the wilderness. And John and Claire got to know each other a little bit better. And truths were revealed. This was the episode I kept going, oh John, oh Murtaugh, because we've seen sides of people that we hadn't quite seen before. John specifically, the wall of propriety was down. He was saying what he felt, which was both beautiful and heartbreaking because we knew he loved Jamie, but he loves Jamie. And he is well aware he could never have Jamie when he said to Claire, I could have had him. That was brilliant. Oh, that was brilliant. I think I can replay that in my head forever and still get a chuckle. But Claire and John have kind of come to an understanding that they both recognize what each other feels for Jamie, and they're just gonna live with it. They're just going to live with that. Are they friends? I don't know. Possibly. Maybe not bosom buddies, but I think they appreciate what the other brings to the table. And then as far as Murtaugh's concerned, Murtaugh's still kind of badass in it. Him with the stating his views quite plainly for John to hear. And then also encouraging Jamie to basically use his friendship to gain information to help Murtaugh. Ooh, will that come to pass? I don't know. That's down the line. So I had before, okay, so last episode, for half a second, I forgot exactly who William's father was. Because for some reason, I was thinking the Earl was still around. I was getting Dunsany and the Earl confused in my head, thinking, oh, once Williams died, then he would become, no. Jamie already killed the Earl when William was born. Forgot that part. How could I forget that part? But I forgot that part. So I was getting lost because I would think if William was the Earl, Erlen would need to be on the estate to be Earl. Right? But I guess not. I guess he can go out to become a man and has left the estate to whomever, hoping that whoever's back there is actually going to follow through and take care of it. The level of trust you would need to have with your people in this time period, because you can't call them up on the phone. You can't fly out there at a moment's notice. You can't zoom in and say, show me the stables. Let me make sure everything's going as planned. So what would stop like the servants and whatnot from just having parties all the time? The Earl's a young lad. He don't give a shit. So I got confused there for half a second as to who was who and what was what. Will we see William again? I think so. From what I heard from my Outlander guru at the day job, we see William again. But what part does he play in the future? And when does he figure out Jamie's really his father? Should be pretty. Maybe it's something when you're a young man or a teenager, when he's like late teens, early 20s, when he puts those pieces together, like, that's why the groom was so interested in my upbringing. Perhaps. So, where are we going next? I'm not sure. Brianna has gone through the stones, and based on the thumbnail, I think we're going to get a little bit more of Brianna's story when she hits Scotland. So I am so glad that you are with me. I am ready to rock and roll. I have got tea today. I made fresh baked scones this morning because that's how it's Merry Christmas to me. I've got the blanket. I've got all of you. Thanks so much again, and let's get to it with the furnace going on in the background. Oh, look at that classic peanut butter and jelly. It's better on toast. If you're going to do peanut butter and jelly, toast it up. That's how it looks like outside right here, right now, except it's 20 degrees. I'm curious about how much research Brianna did. She brought a map. That's excellent. Good job. Her little machine stitched boots. Oh, no! Oh, Pumpkin. What else did you lose down the hillside? This does not bode well for the rest of the journey. So when people ask her name, is she gonna say Brianna Randall, knowing what the Randall name may mean in some of these parts of Scotland, or will she say Fraser, also knowing what that name means in that part of Scotland? Oh, oh, Pumpkin girl. Roger, what you doing?
Time is not a reality, a concept, or a measure. So says the Greek orator Antiphon.
Well, for your sake, I hope that time travel is a reality. Otherwise, you'll have shaved your beard for nothing.
Yeah, totally. What the hell?
Do you have everything?
Money, map, compass, knife, gemstone.
I think I would have brought a few just in case. How does he know he can travel through time? It's because of his mother? Or not his mother, his great, 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 however many greats, grandmother? Roger, you don't look prepared. You look like a soft English lad, even though he's Scottish. He looks soft. He looks so different without the beard. Might have been a good idea to take a couple survival classes before you try to go back in time. She brought one peanut butter and jelly sandwich. One? Better hope there's more. Oh, good God. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's still a long ways away. Would have been terrible if she just died there and that was the end of her journey. That'd be a twist, but terrible.
Lath. Where am I? You're in my home.
No.
You were lying in the moss, cold as ice. We had no choice but to bring you home with us.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
My parents are in the Americas. I'm going to meet them there.
Parsley's in North Carolina.
Oh, my eldest daughter. She's married there.
To a frog.
But he's also the father of my grandchild.
Wow, word got crossed fairly well.
Brianna.
And in a fash, Brianna.
It didn't come from Jamie. It did not come from Jamie. Although I don't know if we'll see Jamie, but we shall see. Maybe I should take a shot anyway. Who knows what's going to happen if Larry finds out who she is.
Good evening to you, mistress.
I was expecting you earlier.
Aye, I was detained.
Ian.
You best have good news for me tonight, Ian Murray.
I ken it's not what you're expecting. We didn't want to see you going without. Take this for now.
Oh, no. No, I'll not take a penny from you. I want his money. I still have my pride.
Oh, Larry. I love how clothes magically appear. That fit her just right.
You're nearly the same size as my Marcelly.
Thank you.
I'll put on some stew.
Larry gonna go through her things, her bags and whatnot?
Is it your Dash he thinks is allowed?
He was good and kind to me always. But he broke Ma's heart. He didn't love her as she loved him.
I could say the same about the man who raised me. My mother didn't love him the same way in return.
Why aren't you answering the phone? Are you gonna stay at the office all night?
What is going on with you? What's this?
That is research from a colleague in Scotland. Take a look.
He encouraged her to look.
Who died?
It's complicated.
What? Did Frank seriously have Jamie's obituary this whole time?
Breathe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't.
You should go home. Someday, I promise, you'll understand.
Maybe someday I won't care.
Your bed should be warm by now.
I have one of those. Do I use it? No. But it might not be such a bad thing some nights.
We were a family. Come nightfall, we would sit together around the fire, Johnny on his knee and Marsley at his side, and there was so much joy then.
There was so much joy that he lived away from you for like, what, a year plus? Right. Oh. Wait, Roger made it to the harbor before Brianna. What? Oh, no. Is he going to make it to the States before she does? Oh, no.
Are you the captain of the Gloriana?
Indeed, I am.
I'm seeking passage to the Carolinas.
There's no luck here, but I'm taking no one else aboard.
Captain, please, don't do anything.
Is that Stephen Bonnet?
As I've said, taking no one else aboard. Gentlemen.
That's Stephen freaking Bonnet. No. No, Roger, no.
Would you take me on as a member of your crew?
Your hands are better suited to writing letters than sailing.
Run! Run, Roger, run away. Run away. Oh, no. Of all the ports in all the world,
Captain!
this mofo had to show up at this one.
How do you want this?
You believe in luck?
Tails, please, Tails.
20 shillings a month, Mr. Mackenzie. You're free to leave the ship when it's in port, and you'll be paid once the cargo's unloaded.
You'll be paid.
I hope she's worth it.
Dude, he traveled through time for her. My gosh, if Brianna had gotten there first and ended up on, oh no. Oh no, oh no.
Look at you. Not like you, Joni, to keep you brave for another day.
If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair.
Oh, Pumpkin, is San Francisco even a thing then?
Some of the girls at Lallybrook would put flowers in their hair in summer.
Lallybrook. My mother's relatives live there.
And who might your mother be?
Claire Fraser. Do you know her?
That knife is going places it shouldn't go. They're so yummy.
Nothing that a good cup of tea and a scone can't fix.
Do you believe the story your mother told you?
About your true father and why he couldn't raise you.
Folks talk.
At Lallybroch.
Folks meaning
I
her.
wouldn't want to repeat what they say at being about your father.
Yes, she would.
But there are some folk who say there was no room in his heart for a bairn. And he sent your mother away upon finding she was with child.
Please.
Why wouldn't he want me?
There's but whisperings hereabouts.
She's evil. Evil.
Think no more of it, lass. I only hope he does not turn you away for a second time.
Evil.
I have to find them, even if he is what you say. This will sound strange. I can prevent their deaths if I go to them now. There's going to be a fire.
How would you ken such a thing?
Yeah, Brianna. That's a... She gonna think she's a witch?
Did they send you here? That's what's happened. Did they send you here to laugh at me? Or did you bewitch me yourself? You're a witch just like your ma.
There it is.
Your mother was the thieving whore who stole my husband and left me destitute.
Your mother is Claire?
Bewitched him, she did, with a love spell that made me invisible. Claire Fraser should have burnt at the stake in Cranesmuir.
You're the one who tried to have my mother killed.
She would be dead if she was not a witch.
I'm sure believing that is easier than facing the truth.
Wait till you're out the door.
And the truth is that Jamie Fraser has never loved you.
You're gonna get slapped for that.
Of a witch. I'll have you arrested for witchcraft. Just like I did your mother.
Open the door!
Break that window. Eventually.
Daddy, what are you doing here?
Sweetheart, I need to talk to you.
Now?
Hop in.
Right this moment? Is this the night he died?
Your mother and I are getting a divorce.
What are you talking about? Don't be silly. You're too old to get a divorce.
Hey, listen to me. You know, sometimes life takes unexpected turns. And when it does, do you know what we do? We soldier on.
Soldier on. I got thoughts about soldiering on.
I love you.
But she didn't say it
If
back.
I'd have just stayed in the car with you that night, you'd still be here.
It was that night. Oh no.
If I would have just
Oh, the
agreed
guilt.
to go to England with you.
Can't believe Roger's on this boat.
Do you think there are any Kieran Crons in the sea?
No. Sharks, maybe. But no sea monsters.
How does Roger know how to do all this?
He's a handsome wee fellow.
Who's Steven stealing from? He's gonna kill this baby. He's gonna throw this baby overboard. Snap its neck. He's gonna do something.
Aren't you a fussy thing?
Thank you, Captain.
The lass has smallpox. None of us will live to make landfall if we don't take out the sick. Throw her overboard.
No, please, I beg you.
Can't do that, she'll drown.
That's the point.
You said you were willing to do whatever I might need. Do as I command.
Wait, no.
What are you gonna do, Roger?
Please don't.
She's going. She's going.
I've given 5 over to the sea already, and I'll do the same for any who show signs of a rash.
Oh no. Roger, where are you going?
Can continue to examine each passenger. Anyone who is ill or shows signs of a rash, bring them to me.
Oh no.
Get
Oh
She's
no!
got a rash. Take her.
Stop! I can't. It's not a pox.
The baby's sick.
She's got a young mother. Only last with a BBN.
No.
Roger, you can't hide them on that ship.
You saw for yourself. It's not smallpox.
You, let's go.
Come with me, I can help you keep you hidden.
How? Where? Where?
Dinna ken your name.
Roger.
Morag Mackenzie. And this is Jamie.
Is this your life? Because I think that might be this ancestor of yours. Is this the only reason he came to be is because he saved himself? It's like, what, 30 feet down? Joni! Joni took her in the cart!
We're here. Laoghaire.
Wow. How'd they get away on the cart without Larry seeing them? Unless Larry was away. Larry had to have been away.
When you find her dad, maybe you'll ask him to come home.
Oh.
It's a shame my wife's not here to meet you.
Where's Jenny?
She's away helping birth a grandchild. Again, she'll have my hide for not keeping you here.
I was scared Jenny was dead.
This should be enough to buy you safe passage to North Carolina, as well as room and board once you've arrived.
I can't take your money.
Aye.
You kind of have to, Pumpkin. I don't think you have enough.
Your family. Thank you, lads.
To some of Claire's things?
The clothes inside belong to your mother. Again, she'd want you to have them.
Roger. Oh, Roger, you're going to get tossed overboard.
What's wrong? Captain?
I said a wise man doesn't trouble himself with the things beyond his power. But on this ship,
He's God.
everything's in my power. When I was just 17, the youngest of a crew of workmen hired to build a house. I couldn't say for why they hated me. Maybe it was my manner.
Just punch him now. Punch him in monologue. He wouldn't imagine that. But you have to kill him because you're on a ship.
Captain, if I
They
may.
needed a sacrifice.
Can't really hide.
Lest the earth should tremble and walls collapse. One of the men suggested tossing a coin.
Are they trying to suggest that Stephen Bonnet is Two-Face?
Would you say you were a gambling man, Mackenzie?
Because if he knows the thing, he knows he's got to survive.
You don't mean to toss that coin for Morag and Jamie's lives.
Oh, not theirs. You should pay.
Take it from his pay.
Heads you live, tails you die. It seems Dano was with you tonight, sir.
Now what? Now what?
I do have one request, if you didn't mind. My son Ian, your cousin, his mother would be glad if he wrote more often.
The coat! The coat!
Now, are you sure I cannot accompany you inside to buy a passage?
Yes, please do.
For me already.
No, you need
I
him.
shall see to it that your trunk is taken aboard. You have Jamie's fire, and I didn't just mean his red hair. You're a Fraser through and through.
Thank you, Uncle Ian.
Did she tell Ian about what happened at Leary's? I think that would be important to know.
Excuse me, miss. I'm Joseph Weems. Are you travelling alone?
Don't.
No, my uncle is outside.
Thank goodness.
Should you be in need of a servant, might you consider my daughter?
I have no need of one.
I beg of you, please.
What's wrong?
There is a man who desires her as a concubine.
Then don't let him have her.
Her contract and mine have been bought by a broker who plans to sell her to the man unless I find someone else willing to secure her passage.
So on the one hand, he's really desperate, but it would be best not to travel alone.
Lizzie.
But you don't know who she is.
Lizzie, be sure to say your prayers.
Oh. kids upstairs dropping things, doing things, laundry's going. So that episode, what did we learn in that episode? Roger's freaking lucky or unlucky. Stephen freaking Bonnet. Ragey. The coincidences to make the story happen. You know. Just happens to stumble upon Leary's house. Happens to stumble upon Stephen Bonnet. What the hell? So, in the book, did it happen as such where, so I'm curious, just for myself, doesn't matter as far as the storytelling is concerned, I don't know, but I'm curious about how much time lapsed between when Brianna went through the stones and when Roger went through the stones. And then also, did he really reach the port before she did? Because I'm gonna guess they have the same map. So how did he not? So was she over at Leary's when he just walked past her to get to the port? I'm curious. Joanna came in a clutch. Thank goodness for the little girl. So what's Ian gonna say to Leary the next month when he brings her money? What the fuck did you do to Jamie's daughter? I'm sure it was on the top of his list. Maybe, possibly. So I do think that who Roger saved is a great grandfather of sorts. Must be. Because of all the other things they've had in these stories, those ties, they've got those ties in there. If it wasn't, I'd be stunned beyond belief. So I think he saved a great whomever of his. But his way of going about business is not sneaky enough for me. But of course, he does not know Stephen Bonnet as we know Stephen Bonnet. But also my nature of not trusting anybody, I would have tried to have been way more stealthy or say, hey, here's my wages. I'm feeding the child. Would that have worked? I don't know. We got Mr. Two-Face McGee, though, with his coin flip. Who's to say if it would have worked or not? But it could have been something. And the whole thing, so, yeah. Brianna traveling alone as a female in this time period, dangerous. Just inherently dangerous to say those words. Female traveling alone. So should she have had an accompaniment of some sort? Yes. Were there other women who traveled alone at this time period? I'm sure they were, and I'm sure they didn't suffer gentle hands. I'm sure bad things happened to them on this journey. So having a travel companion, just so that there's two of you, not a terrible thing. But man, I think it was the way it was presented. So like the minute she stepped in that door and the minute he was like, "Lass, take my daughter." At least the daughter was older. I was afraid the daughter was going to be a wee child. The fact that she was older, I hope that whole story is genuine and it wasn't a ruse to try to steal from her. Although again, you're stealing from her on a ship. Where are you going to go? But again, my distrustful nature at the forefront. But I hope that she's a lovely girl and her and Brianna become best friends. Yay. There we go. So, our time travelers are now traveling across the Atlantic Ocean. Where do they end up? What do they find? We don't have very many episodes of the season yet, so I'm excited to see where it ends up, and I do hope that you're with me for that adventure. So please take care of yourselves. It is cold. Right now, it is freezing in most of the world, especially the northern United States. So please, I hope you're staying warm. Protect your pipes, folks. Google search how to prevent frozen pipes. I took way too many of those phone calls this week. Google search it, because you are unfortunately responsible for what goes on inside the house. So take care of yourself, take care of your pipes, and then come back and see the next video in the queue. So thanks again, y'all, and until next time.